Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. How are you all doing? I already did a review today with two fragrances in one video. Hugo Boss bottled Oud line, okay, the new ones, aromatic and saffron. I did them in one video. Hopefully, watch it. And next to that, I'm going to do this video. This is an extra morning thoughts sort of episode. Sometimes I do videos that is not really exactly linked or relevant to fragrance world, but something to do with lifestyle every day. We're human beings, so these are part of our lives. So I do this just when I'm in good mood. These are like bonus videos. You can watch it, you may skip it. If you're looking for a fragrance review, perhaps you should skip it. So these are just my thoughts. All right, so as you can see from title, I am discussing 15 points, okay, like how, or I don't know what title I'm gonna put, but these are 15 things, for men, for you if you're a man, to notice and take note of if you really want to get attention from your female counterpart, someone you like, and you want to be more attractive and stuff like that. These are some things I think. There's a point, I think I have a point on fragrances, but at the same time these are more on your overall what you do and who you are, your persona and your actions. So these are some of the, not hacks, but these are some of the suggestions I learned from my life, and perhaps my observation from men and women both. So first of all, as you can understand, not everybody is same. I was watching Chris from Scentland's video, the latest one. He did reflect on, I think, Jeremy's video on 3 fragrances to attract women, something like that. But it's not about Jeremy. But his talk inspired me to do this. Okay, he actually is one of the most genuine guys. Scentland Chris, he is one of my most favorite reviewers. He is straight up, he's brutally honest, and he reviews some awesome fragrances that not many people talk about. Kenzo House, for example, nobody talks about Kenzo, not that many. He does. So I really admired that about him. He is a awesome dude. Okay, he actually is my friend too. We talk sometimes. So the 15 things, okay, I initially wanted to do like 10, and these are obviously, they're like tons and tons of pointers out there, but his video inspired me to do, and I wrote down with my ugly handwriting from far all the points so I do not forget. So let's go one by one. So I want to start on this point. People are from different age. When you're young, you're gonna be more cocky. You're gonna be more like outgoing. You're gonna be more daring, less thinking sometimes, and your blood rush. But when you grow older, mature, your scenario would be different. So everybody is different from each other. So men are different from women. Women are not all the same. Do not generalize like all women are same. Not everybody is shallow. Not everybody is deep. So people are different variants, so individually it matters. So let's just, the first point is be who you are. Okay, if you want to get like attention or something, you want to be, want to talk to someone, you want someone to like you, I think do not pretend. That's what I wrote. Do not pretend. Be who you are. If you are not the most intelligent or most the funny guy, do not pretend to be funny. It doesn't work. If you do not know how to tell jokes, do not go in that territory. See your focus. What's your strong point? Perhaps you're good with sports. You read a lot. Perhaps you're good with movies. So focus on your specialty. Okay. Do not pretend to be someone else, like being smooth. One of my elder brothers back in Malaysia, he used to tell me, like, you have to lie to women. You have to give sweet lies to get your way with them. So that was one thing I could never accept. He was one of my favorite guys until he said that. I am into women. I'll tell you straight. I like women. I like, like many of you will not admit, if you have especially girlfriend or wife, you're like, hey, how can you like women? That's just nasty, bro. They do that. It's not true. Everybody, more or less inside them, they do think about, they do. Women are built that way. But there are ways, there are fair ways, unfair ways to like or approach, right? So when he said that, I never could accept it, that you should lie to get into someone's pants. Maybe that's your goal, but that should never be your goal, okay? So when you pretend, it's not a good thing. Be who you are. Second thing is, don't mock women, okay? This is what they do not like. Do not like, oh, women can mock you, that's funny, okay? They can hit you, that's funny. That's not fair though, but when you do this very same things, when women do that and you do that as well, like you mock them in public and you make fun of them, like, hey, she cannot say this particular word, ha ha ha, she's ignorant. Oh, big mistake. Third, don't lie and do lie. 2 points on one, in one. What do I mean by do lie? I'll come to that second. First thing is do not lie, because lying is a toxic thing. Once you lie and it's to save your ass, it's serious, it can harm someone, potentially can hurt someone emotionally or their life, it can be a dangerous thing. Try to be honest, okay? Do not lie, even if you are like not gonna get some, it's okay. Do not lie. Do not, if she asks you like, are you rich, and you're broke as F, and you tell them like, no, I'm a son of a multimillionaire, I drive a nice car, then next thing you know you have to rent a Ferrari, and then you're broke for life. Don't lie. Do lie when women ask you, do I look nice? How do I look? Even if you feel she looks ridiculous, she looks like a clown, but be nice. There's nothing, it doesn't hurt to compliment someone. Do not fill their head with lies like you are the most sexiest woman out there, but you don't think so. But you fill her head like you're the hottest girl and then stuff, like you are hotter than this actress as that, but you don't mean it. That is not good. But in general, when women say like, do I look, how do I look, be nice, compliment them. They like that, like do not go overboard, but say yes, you do look nice, you look very beautiful today. Women love that. Okay. Next is do not take it as a lie. You are giving a statement, but actually it's not a lie, it's like a compliment, even if it's not the most honest, but it makes someone happy, so it's okay. Next is listen. This one I mentioned before. Listen to women. They love that. That is one of the sexiest thing women find in men. Be quiet. Be mute. If you cannot speak, better. Just kidding. But if you are open to hearing, it's not all about you're full of yourself like I am. When I talk to my one, I sometimes talk. I have to really take it out. The whole day what I did, this and that. But when she needs to talk, give her time. So she will really like you. It's a magical thing how that works. Next is talk substance, okay? Like when you have a conversation, when you approach women, they like it if you really mean, if you're really into something, if you are interested, do talk about that. Like let's say you like the whole idea of sports, like you are a sports person. So if she's also interested in it and she wants to hear from you, talk about it, talk from the heart. If you are honest and you're talking something from passion, women are very emotional despite their being very smart. They're really smart creatures, but they like the honesty. Okay, so when you have something from yourself, like passionate about something, they will admire you for it. Okay. Next is fragrances. Yes, number 6 point is fragrances. Not all fragrances are lady killers. There are lists that ridiculous lists like this top 10 panty droppers. Never happens. When you see certain reviewers dress up, like a playboy and like a gigolo, and then they're hiring models, showing you that you get 100 compliments in one night. Never happens. It's bullshit. It's all about just marketing. But if you really want to catch attention, watch out. Like say you wear La Nuit de l'Homme one day, or Bleu de Chanel, or Sauvage, or Aventus, for that matter. These are some of the more popular ones, so I'm just mentioning them. But let's say she took notice, like she liked your fragrance, like say you wore Elysium, okay? These are easy to get compliments. And she says, I like that perfume on you. Make sure you always have that, and then just casually wear it on like dates when you meet them, and just don't tell her like I wore the perfume that you like. Don't mention it. If she asks, then do tell. But those are things like if you take note, you'll add points, like 0.1, 0.2, then you stack up enough points for her to really like you. Next is number 7. This is unusual point, no one will tell you. Drive nice. Do not drive like an a-hole, okay? If you drive like show off, Tokyo drifts and stuff, in the movies, yes, ladies love that, sure, no problem, but not everybody is Tokyo drifting, Women like safe pair of hands. If you scared them on the behind the wheels, they will just and then they'll like never ride with you again, and then she will say something that will destroy you. You drive like an a-hole, your world is boom, gone. So yes, another thing, driving, this point is written with that point, like drive nice, at the same time do not be the Uber driver or a driver or a taxi cab. What I mean by this, in my university life, I saw one of my brothers, younger brothers, he had this crush on this girl. She was from, I think, Indonesia. Very pretty girl. She was into music. She sang, and she is like cool. She's not typical like other women like quiet and shy. She was very outgoing, but this guy had a crush on her. She was perhaps, hold on. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. So what I was saying is he was really into this girl. Okay, so he had a car. Like in the early years, nobody gets a car in university in Malaysia where we studied. So he was one of the lucky ones. He had a nice Toyota. That's a dream car to have as a student. He had a Vios, I think. So the thing is, like, this girl was using him. I saw it. Our friends saw it. Our brothers, his brothers saw it, and he was like giving her rides to airport. Her friends, her boyfriend, he didn't know. Okay, and then he thought someday she's gonna fall for him. She used him to the max, sorry to say, and she always saw him as a friend who actually gives free rides. So do not be a free ride, okay? Just a pointer. Next one is cleanliness. Number 8, very obvious reason. When you go see her, make sure you shower, you trim, wear something clean. Do not go like a mess, and they will be not impressed, or they'll be embarrassed at times. They'll be really annoyed. Okay, next point is number 9 is think outside the box, be outside the box. Sometimes like we as men, we can be like very obvious. Okay, we are nice, but we don't think outside the box. We cannot like function because we don't want to. We are not really open. Okay, we are more like, we stick to our same, I do this, I stick to same sort of shirts, like same sort of safe zone, what I like. I do not do anything else. I never would wear like pink before. But be open to someone, like like if she says she like a salmon color on you, maybe like it brings out your eyes or your persona more for them. Wear a salmon color shirt, like even if you do not like it, try out new things. She likes jazz, and you are into hard rock, like trance, techno. Listen to jazz with her, like it will really have an impact. So these are some of the things that men usually do not tell. These are some ways if you really like a girl. Okay, and next thing I would say is be loyal, don't be a cheat. This sounds really cool. I am one thing I'm really proud in my life, that I'm always honest. Okay, maybe it's a retro thing, people no longer honest, like people don't have to be, like, hey, loyalty is overrated, bro. You really have to be a cheat. I notice many men, I'm just going to talk about men because I know them. Many men, they cheat. They have wives, they have children, they have a lot of money, they have good looks, but unfortunately those good looks are also being applied when they go for a business tour, trip. This is a serious point. If you're a cheater and if you're not happy with someone, you're never going to find happiness. Trust me, you're going to be a douchebag, you're going to be unhappy all your life. So be loyal, even if it's not your thing. Like if someone really likes you, they're honest with you, loyal to you, and they give you love, be loyal, be grateful. This is one of the best things human beings should learn. Next thing is don't force or scare her. Yes, my favorite point. Don't force her. Don't force her to go to parties or drag them to places she doesn't want to be. Don't drag her into those like drinking parties or drug related things, or like you take her to a place like, I'm a vampire, I'm gonna suck your blood. Yeah, nothing's gonna happen. She might shoot you if she has a gun, or she might tase you, or she might throw mace or whatever is the thing that's on your eyes. You're gonna be blinded for a very long time. Don't do those. All right. Number 12, accept your and her flaws. Yes, this is a very simplistic and realistic point. Nobody's perfect. When you're young, when you're old, throughout your life, you're never going to be perfect. You can never find perfection. Okay, people might find you perfect, but that's a different thing. So there'll be flaws with you and her. Not to say flaws, weakness, shortcomings, that is part of our life. But when you accept who you are, let's say you can't dance, and I cannot dance. Watch that movie Hitch from Will Smith back in the days. Wonderful movie, like that was a funny part, like he teaches him how to dance with that other dude. If you cannot dance, don't pretend to be dancing. But if you feel like, be an idiot, no problem, like express yourself. But I'm just giving you an example. Let's say you cannot, say you are not a good flirt. Don't try to go for like smoothness, like, like Russell Peters would say, hey baby, want to go pimping, don't do those. Like accept your shortcomings. What's your strong point? Accept those, right? So also when she, let's say, snores in her sleep, don't mock her. Okay, when she has like she cannot cook, she is who she is. Maybe she's good with her job, everyday life, professional life. She's good in IT. So these things, except they need to be better for you to go into relationship and stuff like that. Next one is free will. This is not about one night stand. This is not about attraction. It's about the overall. It's true and applies everywhere. You have to really, with people, you cannot manipulate them. You should not try to force them. Once again, you should give them free will. You have to present yourself, this is who I am, and then you let them see if they like you. If they don't like you, it's okay, they can go to someone they like. But let her choose. Do not like go out there like, so what do you think? After 100 days of dating, I said yes or no, here's my ring, would you marry me? And then she'll be like, no. So yes, make sure that it's about free will. Human beings are free spirits, remember that always. They are not objects. Next is change some things about you and learn from her reactions. Okay, I was telling you about this, like she likes a salmon shirt on you, right? But at times, she likes you to go to a library or a bookshop and read, and you are not the person who reads, you are the person who watches. You like women, you like, damn, that's a fine ass. So you are that dude. But you don't like books, you don't like books at all. Like reading is not your strong point. But she likes, she likes reading stuff. She likes to sitting at, like sitting at a library. My ex and me, we used to sit there in Malaysia. We have a bookshop called Kinokuniya. I never liked that. I was like not just into reading. I'm like a bit shallow. I was in sports, I was into music, I used to like parties and stuff. So but I still went with her just to see what she likes. Just sitting there in quiet place and then don't speak. She taught me like, don't yell, you just whisper, just speak nicely. So thing is, like, you learn these things, then it becomes like part of your memory. So if you don't like it, it's okay, you don't have to do it. But if you can do these things, she'll take interest in you, like this guy is actually willing to open up. That means a lot to them. Next one is the last point. Read her mind, be proactive, and sweet surprise and gestures. Don't be boring and same always. Last point, I swear, then I finish. This is one video I really wanted to do. Like we are men, like we like our safe setup. Like we like our own room. We like things where they are, however they are, no matter how messy they are. We like to reach for things, we just keep there. We remember, oh, this is a shaver. Oh, there's a watch, there's a wallet. And when you're rushing, you need to know where your things are. But let's say you move in with this girl and you just like sharing a room, or you're married to someone, your things, world's gonna change, like it or not. So you really have to think what she might like, surprise. Don't be the same guy for 10 years. This is how women lose interest in men. You might not like it, but there's no such thing as a granted. Life is for granted. No one is gonna love you forever if they don't find you interesting or nice, or you just like boring. And this is where many people cheat on others, which is sad, but it happens. They lose interest. You take them for granted. You take the typical, you just go there every day and you just take her, and nothing new happens. Women are very progressive. They're everything, the way they give love or whatever, it depends on your actions. It stimulates their brain. Like women, it's all up here. Women are, people say psychos, but I think they're more like very intelligent creatures. So you really have to play the game in a way that you have to be smart. You have to be always checking out what she likes. Perhaps one day you're gonna find out this way, that you go to a party, right, and you think like you're the coolest guy, you have your girl, and then she finds a guy who's talking about, I don't know, something like a car or something you don't know, and then have this nice conversation. That will make you so jealous. You wouldn't know like before, but you'll be like, I didn't know the side of her, because you didn't ask, you didn't bother. So always make sure, like you have to predict, you have to like surprise her. You always have to be one step ahead of them. Sometimes when you're with a person, their likes and dislikes. So maybe she wants like a cupcake. Before she says, you go and get it for her. She'll be so impressed. 5 points added to your bio. So you get the point. So I think these are some of the things I think will be really, really good pointers. I really found these, learned from my journey, and I was one of the jerk kind. Like I was like, ha ha ha. Of course, when you're young, we were, but some people never grow up. They become more douche with age. So when you do not learn in life, I think I think that's kind of sad. So yeah, be nice. Be who you are. Be honest. Be sweet. Be a lot of things, but don't be a guy that is one night stand guy. Okay, don't be if that's your goal, you'll always be unhappy. I think that's just my thing. You can be single, but be a nice single guy. Okay, you don't have to be a crowd pleaser, but be a nice guy. It's a nice thing to be in the world if you're nice. Thank you for watching, and I'll sign out right now. If you watched until this point, I really am thankful. Thanks for giving me your time. I really do this for you guys. If I don't get views, if I don't get appreciation, I wouldn't do this content. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.